I do think that one of the most powerful things that you can do as a human being really is to fall deeply, truly, and completely in love with yourself, and to accept yourself as you are, and to know that you are enough. I do strongly believe in feminism, and I really think that everybody in the world should become a feminist. It would be a much more balanced and more fair place for women and for men, and for children, and for all the people who fall in the spectrum of LGBTIQ. I think feminism really is about equality and about justice and eliminating patriarchy, which keeps everybody in bondage, and whose beneficiary are really only a very select group of, men with power at the top, usually white men. In my mother's generation, no matter how much sort of education and career success you have, and they really encouraged us to have that, you only really fulfill your life's calling when you settle down and become a wife and have children, and you can be a boss out there, but when you come home, you're this subdued woman who needs to let the man be the head of the house. And Cage Bird, this girl is really like finally digging through all the stuff that her mother told her, and like, because you choose to have a career as an entertainer, being sort of deemed as promiscuous or as a woman of little morals if you're like out at night in clubs singing, wearing costumes, so you're naked. I mean, you're really not, but this is what they say. So for this girl to sort of listen to all this narrative that her mom, has fed her whole life, and that has been amplified by the society, and then to like set that aside and find freedom for herself and to choose her own thoughts and her own dreams and her own conviction, and to go ahead and to really find love for self. I think for me that it's one of the most powerful songs, because I do think that one of the most powerful things that you can do as a human being really is to fall deeply, truly, and completely in love with yourself, and to accept yourself as you are, and to know that you are enough, and there are no situations and no circumstances that are beyond you to prevail. I really think MIA is a great artist. I feel flattered that people would compare us, but I don't pay too much attention to that. As human beings, we understand by association. So if I don't know you as an artist, I look for the thing that is kind of in your family of creativity. So I'd say it's cool that I'm mentioned in the same breath as MIA. It's really dope. I think she's amazing. But I myself don't see the parallels necessarily, except for the part that I think we both use music to say some real things. So if people think this about me, I find it cool. As long as Kenya's independent history is concerned, we've listened to Congolese rumba, American pop, reggae, Jamaican dancehall, American hip hop. There's also been some infiltration of rock. Kenya itself is like this cultural, Nairobi at least, the capital city, is this cultural melting point. Colonialism has always been sort of this super highway of East Africans, going to trade on the coast, or coming from the coast and going into the inland. So Uganda and Tanzania, we've always sort of just had this mix. So when we started to make the music, that for me was already a real way of thinking. I think about music in a spectrum. The perspective comes from Kenya, but the themes are global. I think that when people listen to the music, they're able to find something for themselves, no matter where they come from. The whole world, for example, is experiencing the rise of right-wing political leaders, and great dissatisfaction with the way governments are running politics. We experience great dissatisfaction with the way our government runs the politics. So I think as a global theme, people are able to tap into that. So it's easy, I think, for people across the world to listen to the music and to find something that they can plug into, even if I wrote it from the perspective of Kenya. From a live performance, you can expect a lot of energy. We sing, we dance, we have costumes, I play drums, we have little tricks and gimmicks to keep you entertained. I think the big thing is just expect a really good vibe. You're really going to dance and you're going to feel acknowledged and loved and really loved on by us.